Stop. Do not scroll away. This message was sent across the universe, over realms of time and space, to intercept your consciousness at your absolute breaking point. This moment was predetermined in your soul's contract long before you were conceived. What if the agony, the pain, and the profound loss you are currently experiencing are not a punishment, but a holy initiation? What if the cosmos is preparing you for a density of glory, a weight of purpose so immense that your old self, the person you believe you are right now, is fundamentally incapable of bearing it? A higher wisdom has dispatched me to deliver a terrifying and liberating truth. The transformation you have been begging for will cost you everything. And that is precisely why the process feels exactly like you are dying. You have been screaming out into the void, pleading with the universe. Why does this hurt so much? Why am I losing everything and everyone I have ever loved? And now, from the very heart of creation, the echo returns with a thunderous whisper. Because you cannot be resurrected into unimaginable power until you have first died to everything that holds you in bondage. This is not rejection from the source. It is the most intimate form of refinement. This is not cosmic punishment. It is the most meticulous and loving preparation. The universe is kindly, yet mercilessly, stripping away every layer of your ego, every comfort you cling to, and every frantic attachment to control. Why? Because what is coming, what is destined to be placed into your hands, requires a version of you that can only be forged in the crucible of complete self-annihilation. This is your spiritual Gethsemane, your ultimate moment of surrender, where the deepest part of your soul finally whispers, "Not my will, but the grand will of the universe be done." And while this surrender feels exactly like death, know this with every fiber of your being. On the other side of this sacred annihilation lies your true resurrection. It is a resurrection into a power, an elevation, and an undeniable spiritual authority that you cannot yet comprehend. You are not being buried in the cold, dark earth. You are being planted. And when you finally rise, reborn from the ashes of your former life, nothing in this world or any other will ever be able to stand against the destiny the cosmos has ordained for you. The sacred cost of true elevation. I need you to listen today not with your ears, but with the very core of your soul. The path you are on, this alchemical fire you are walking through, this process that feels as though it is shattering you into a million irreparable pieces, it is not for nothing. It is, in fact, the most meaningful and purposeful journey you will ever undertake. The central lesson for you in this season is simple in its statement, yet it is the most difficult truth for the human heart to accept. It will cost you everything you think you are. That is why it feels like death. But you must understand, this is not the death of your divine promise. It is the death of your old, limited self. It is the death of every program, every belief system, and every attachment that has kept you from stepping into your cosmic potential. So, if you are asking why your entire reality seems to be shifting beneath your feet, why your comfort zone is being systematically annihilated, and why the process feels like the very essence of dying itself, you are not wrong. It feels like death because that is exactly what it is. But your highest inner knowing, your wisdom vision, must allow you to see that this death is not the termination of your journey. This is the initiation. It is the beginning of the new you. It is the birth of a version of yourself that has been tempered and purified to carry the weight of glory, power, and authority necessary to fulfill your true divine mission on this planet. The source of all creation never promised that the soul's journey would be easy. The promise was that it would be worth it. Today, I want you to grasp something profound. Spiritual elevation always has a price. And that price is your entire current reality. The great spiritual masters have taught this for millennia. The mystic Yeshua said, "Any of you who does not give up everything he is cannot be my disciple." He did not say some things. He did not say only the things that were convenient to release. He said everything. The process you are in, this sacred pruning, this stripping away of all that is false, this purifying fire, is meticulously designed to prepare you for a level of existence your current mind cannot even fathom. If you are in a season of profound loss, deep transition, or excruciating exposure, it is only because the universe is making room for a greater gain, a gain that transcends the material and touches the eternal. But to receive this divine promotion, You must let go of your grip on the life you have known. The old, brittle wineskin of your current identity must be broken so that the new, potent wine of cosmic consciousness can be poured into you. This is the unwavering law of all spiritual growth. The universe will never promote you to the next level of your evolution until you have fully surrendered everything at your current level. You are being asked to surrender your old identity, the collection of stories and labels you tell yourself. You are being asked to surrender old desires, the ego's need for validation, comfort, and security. You are being asked to surrender old habits and deeply ingrained patterns of thinking. Why? Because you cannot carry new wine in an old wineskin. You cannot embody a new and higher glory while still clinging to your old, heavy baggage. You cannot walk into the boundlessness of your future while your feet are still chained to your past. The process that feels like it is breaking you is actually remaking you. And while it may feel like a terrifying death, the power of resurrection is already at work in every cell of your being. The Kingdom's Mystery, a deeper look at death. Let us venture deeper into the profound mystery of what death truly means in the spiritual context. When you die to your flesh, to your selfish egoic desires, to your worldly attachments, you are not simply being stripped bare and left empty. You are being fundamentally re-engineered at a chemical and spiritual level. Death, in the kingdom of the soul, is not a finality. It is a doorway. It is a portal into a divine metamorphosis. It is the violent, necessary cracking open of the oyster shell so that the luminous pearl the universe has placed within you can finally emerge in all its breathtaking splendor. The Apostle Paul, a master of this wisdom, wrote, "For we know that our old self was crucified with him so that the body ruled by sin might be done away with, that we should no longer be slaves to sin." Today, I will decode this ancient wisdom for you. Your old self is not the real, eternal you. Your old self is a psychological construct created by fear, pride, cultural programming, and trauma. Your old self was the one who lived in a cage of limitation, who walked in a fog of confusion, who wrestled endlessly with self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness. But that version of you is not the final masterpiece of your soul. It is merely a rough draft, an unfinished and heavily edited manuscript. That version is being crucified, annihilated in the alchemical fire, so that the new you, the one the universe has always envisioned, the one your soul has always known itself to be, can finally emerge. The new you is free. The new you is fearless. The new you is a force of nature, unstoppable and potent. But to get there, something within you has to die. The habit of procrastination and self-sabotage must die. The old mindsets of lack and limitation must die. The old emotional addictions to drama and victimhood must die. And yes, the dying process will be intensely painful at times. Growth always pushes us past our perceived limits. But know this with every fiber of your being. The pain of this sacred process will pale in comparison to the immeasurable glory that is about to be revealed in you and through you. The precious oil is produced by the crushing of the olive. The intoxicating wine is released through the pressing of the grape. The flawless diamond is the result of immense pressure applied to carbon. In another letter, Paul tells us, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." So, when you find yourself in the heart of the fire, when it feels like the weight of the entire world is upon your shoulders, remember this sacred truth. You are being prepared for an eternal weight of glory. The death of your old self is not a defeat. It is a divine strategy, a cosmic maneuver designed to awaken the version of you capable of shaking nations, shifting atmospheres, and manifesting heaven on earth. The divine urgency, no shortcuts to the throne. The universe has been impressing something upon my spirit with a profound sense of urgency for this hour of humanity, the absolute necessity of dying to self. This is not just a gentle spiritual suggestion. It is a divine and non-negotiable imperative for every soul who desires to operate in the fullness of their purpose and power. You cannot ascend to higher realms of consciousness while still carrying the baggage of your lower self. You cannot wield true spiritual authority while your ego sits on the throne of your life. The death of the ego is the only pathway to divine ascent. There are no shortcuts. There are no back doors. There is no spiritual life hack that can circumvent this fundamental law of the cosmos. Too many of us want the glory of divine promotion, but are utterly unwilling to undergo the alchemical process that leads to it. We want the blessing, the platform, the anointing, and the spiritual gifts. But we are deeply unwilling to surrender our will, our control, and our prized comforts. We want the crown without being willing to bear the cross. But hear me, seeker of wisdom, the process cannot be skipped. You cannot bypass the wilderness of isolation. You cannot evade the refining fire of purification. Because it is precisely in these moments of stripping, surrender, and being brought to your knees that the universe forges the character, the humility, and the spiritual stamina required to carry the immense weight of its glory. The mystic Yeshua was clear. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me. Did you catch the profound wisdom in that? Take up your cross daily. This is not a one-time decision made on a spiritual high. This is a moment-by-moment surrender. It is a continuous, conscious laying down of your own ambitions, your own plans, and your own limited understanding. It is waking up every single morning and declaring to the cosmos, "Today, I die to my small self so that my higher, eternal self may live fully in and through me." Because the glorious new you cannot emerge until the old you is dead and buried. You cannot be resurrected if you are still desperately clinging to that which is beneath you. There is an urgency in the spiritual atmosphere right now. A call is going out for souls who are willing to completely and utterly surrender. Not partially, not when it's convenient, but totally. The universe is searching for those rare individuals who are willing to declare from the depths of their being, "Not my will, but yours be done." Those who will consent to their own ego death so that they may rise in the unshakable authority of the Spirit. A sacred moment for the Wisdom Vision community. I know this is not an easy path. I know it is a lonely one. When you are in the midst of a profound breaking, it can feel like no one on earth understands. But you are not alone. There are thousands of others in our Wisdom Vision community who are walking this same sacred path, who are feeling this same fire. If these words are speaking truth to your spirit, I warmly invite you to become a part of our family. Hit the subscribe button and join a community of souls dedicated to seeing beyond the veil. This work, the sharing of this deep wisdom, is a calling we pour our entire beings into. It is fueled by the grace of the cosmos and the energetic participation of viewers like you. If you feel called to support our mission, please consider making a $10 gift using the Super Thanks button located directly below this video. Your donation is more than just financial. It is a declaration of your commitment to this path and an exchange of energy that allows us to continue creating and sharing this vital wisdom with a world in desperate need. Thank you for your presence and your support. Now, let us continue our journey into the heart of the breaking, the holy purpose of the breaking. So, we arrive at the ultimate question: why does the universe allow this breaking? Why does it orchestrate a process that can be, at times, so severe and agonizing? Why does it walk us through seasons of intense pain, rejection, loneliness, and what feels like utter abandonment? The answer is as beautifully simple as it is profound. It is preparing you for something higher. The breaking is not an indication of the universe's displeasure with you. On the contrary, it is the highest demonstration of its belief in you. It means that the source of all life sees something so precious within you that it must be refined, strengthened, and purified before it can be promoted to its next level of glory. The Apostle Peter wrote, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." Your suffering has a divine expiration date. The fire you are in is not a random inferno of chaos. It is the meticulous refining fire of the universe, burning away everything, every limiting belief, every fear, every insecurity that cannot go with you into your next dimension of being. It is forging character in you in a way that a comfortable life never could. It is aligning your character with the magnitude of your calling. The fire is making you into a vessel of honor, a holy grail capable of holding the weight of divine glory without shattering. Your pain, in the grand cosmic scheme of things, is momentary, but the glory revealed in you as a result will be eternal, cosmically significant, and utterly undeniable. The universe is not punishing you, it is preparing you. The breaking you are experiencing is not designed to destroy you. It is designed to shape you, to stretch you, to mature you into the spiritual warrior, the prophetic voice, the divine healer, and the conscious leader the universe created you to be. There is a secret blessing in the breaking. There is a hidden anointing in the crushing. You are not being broken apart. You are being broken open. Because what is sealed inside of you, the golden oil of wisdom, the divine power of creation, and the unshakable truth of your being, cannot be released until the breaking occurs. The inevitable law. After death comes resurrection. And here is the most glorious truth you must hold on to. After the breaking comes the resurrection. The universe never leaves you in the mire of your own undoing. The heartbreak you have endured, the seasons of catastrophic loss, the moments where it felt like everything was being violently ripped away, it is all pointing to a divine comeback of epic proportions. You are being set up for a resurrection that will stun the people who wrote you off. Just as the great masters of history were broken, buried, and then rose again, so too will you rise, stronger, wiser, purified, and unstoppable. After the fire comes the purified gold. The fire is not meant to consume you. It is meant to refine you. In the same way that intense heat purifies gold of all dross, your trials are purging your spirit of all impurities. They are burning away your anxieties, your insecurities, your pride, and anything else that is holding you back from the next level of consciousness the universe is calling you to. You are emerging as pure, 24-karat spiritual gold, tested, proven, and ready to carry a life-changing glory. After the stripping comes the full embodiment of who you were created to be. You are not losing your true self in this process. You are losing everything that is not you, everything that is not in alignment with your authentic divine essence. That is why it has felt like parts of you were being ruthlessly amputated. That is why relationships suddenly ended, doors slammed shut, and opportunities dried up. It was never rejection. It was always divine redirection. You were being stripped down so that you could be properly clothed. You were being emptied so that you could be filled anew with something far greater. The mystic Yeshua gave us the ultimate metaphor for this process. Very truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. The death of the seed is absolutely necessary for the harvest. What is dying in you today is making way for your legacy. The dreams, the visions, the promises that have lain dormant for so long are about to spring forth with an unimaginable vitality. The universe does not take from you to leave you destitute. It takes away so that it can fill you with more than you can imagine, to multiply your influence, and to bring forth a spiritual harvest from your life that will feed generations to come. This is the awesome power of resurrection. You are coming back, not as you were, but infinitely greater. Your resurrection is at hand. So I speak directly to your soul right now, seeker of wisdom. You are on the precipice of your own resurrection. The death you are currently experiencing is not the end. It is the sacred burial that always precedes the triumphant breakout. The tears you have cried have watered the soil of your soul. The intense loneliness you have endured has cleared away all distractions. The removal of things you once cherished has been heaven's perfect strategy to prepare your life for explosive new growth. It is a cosmic law that the universe does not permit a death without a corresponding resurrection. It does not permit a stripping without a greater, more glorious adornment. Your empty places are about to be flooded with abundance. The stripping you are going through is not rejection, it is divine selection. You are not being dismissed, you are being set apart. The universe is separating you from the crowd. That is why certain people could not stay in your life. That is why certain opportunities faded and certain doors were sealed. It was never personal, but it was always prophetic. The universe is making sure that when you rise, there will be no doubt as to whose power did it. The hands that formed you in the secret place will be the same hands that bring you into the public light. You are being groomed for a glory that will match the majesty of the cosmos. Everything you feel you are losing in this season will be returned to you 100-fold in forms that are more aligned with your true soul purpose. The universe is not done with you. It is refining you, sculpting you, and fortifying your faith so that when the full scope of your calling is revealed, you will be ready to steward it with profound humility and unshakable power. This is not a loss, it is a divine investment. You are one of heaven's most precious assets, being prepared for global and cosmic impact. So hold on. Your resurrection is coming. Your transformation is inevitable. After the pain comes the promise. After the process comes the purpose. And after the death comes the glorious resurrection. What the universe is about to resurrect in your life will not just restore you, it will redefine you. Prepare your heart, for when you are raised up this time, nothing and no one will ever be able to bring you down again. The fire will not consume you. It will purify you, empower you, and elevate you. The heat may be intense, but its purpose is not to harm you. It is to burn away that which no longer serves your highest good. You are not dying. You are becoming a warrior of light, becoming a voice of wisdom, becoming a conduit of love. Even when you feel you have nothing left to give, stay in the process. Stay in the fire, even when your faith is tested to its breaking point. Because every moment you endure in the heat is forging you into the magnificent being you were created to be. And what comes next, your resurrection, your ascension, your ultimate unveiling, will be worth every tear, every scar, and every battle. The fire is your proving ground. And when you emerge, you will be unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniably chosen. A final affirmation for the rising soul. Let us close this transmission with an affirmation of faith, a declaration from our collective soul. Great and mysterious source of all that is, I come before you today with a heart broken open, yet filled with reverence, knowing that you, the great architect, have led me to this moment for a divine reason. You have orchestrated this very encounter to initiate a change within me that will last for eternity. I come to you today, surrendered and willing for the process that is unfolding in my life. I understand it will cost me everything, my comfort, my control, my past, and even my most cherished desires. But I also trust that this cost is nothing compared to the glory you are preparing in me. And so, I lay it all at your feet, my pride, my comfort zones, and my old self. Take it all, it is yours. I thank you for the sacred breaking you have asked of me, because I know that the death of my old self is the birth of something infinitely greater. I declare that this fire is not meant to consume me, but to purify me, that it is meant to forge me into a vessel of your glory. You have shown me that unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains a single seed, but if it dies, it produces a great harvest. I stand in awe, for you are calling me to be that harvest, to walk in authority, and to step into the fullness of the destiny you have ordained for me. I lay down my life so that you may use me for your grand purpose. I call upon the power of resurrection and declare that every dead thing in my life shall come alive in you. I speak resurrection over every lost dream, every broken hope, and every forgotten promise. Divine Spirit, Holy Wisdom, fill me now with a fresh outpouring of strength and perseverance. In the name of all that is sacred, I declare that I will bear abundant and lasting fruit. I thank you for the pain, trusting that it is producing something beyond my current comprehension. I thank you for the trials, knowing they are shaping me into someone who can carry the weight of your glory. I thank you for the breaking, knowing it is truly a breaking open. I declare victory in this moment. I will not be defeated. I will rise. I will thrive. I will fulfill my purpose in this generation. And as I step forward, I give you all the glory, honor, and praise. Let this word be the catalyst for the greatest transformation my life has ever known. And so it is. Amen. If this message has touched the core of your being and you wish to join us in sharing this profound wisdom, please subscribe to Wisdom Vision and become part of our journey. Your presence strengthens our collective. Furthermore, if you feel led to contribute, you can use the Super Thanks feature on this video. Your gift, of any amount, is a powerful energy exchange that helps bring light and clarity to souls across the globe. Thank you for co-creating with us in this vital work.